Hey everyone, welcome to the Art of Sound, where we do these shows live. Everything is organic, everything is on the fly. There's nothing practiced, we just going. Um, Trying to get used to this setup. I can hear myself in the ear and it's like a lag. But anyway, We're gonna go. Glad you guys can make it out. I see a few people that already are logged on. We're gonna um, get notifications on my phone. We're gonna turn this down. We don't need any interruptions. But anyway, today's subject is machine studio workflow. I definitely want to take things back to the workflow of the machine. Um, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free. Let me load up my questions. See anybody start out with any questions. For those of you that don't know, you guys can actually start um, asking questions even before the show, so you can come in here and just ask away, and yours could be like all the way to the top. So just so you guys know that. All right, we're going to get ready to then go ahead and start. I have Machine Studio 2.0. That's the version that I'm currently working. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what we're going to do. And that's the beauty of these shows. Just earlier, I released a video on my channel, a slow beat that is. All right, let's go somewhere else. Let's try to find. I was going through this thing earlier and found some very interesting sounds. Struck my interest. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Again, everything is organic here. You know, these are live shows. We start from scratch. I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I build these shows. Almost like you sitting in the studio with me, and I'm loading up everything in front of you in your face as we speak. I mean, these videos will probably be a whole lot better if I had everything laid out. That way it'd be quick, boom, right there, ready to go, especially for my archive viewers, but maybe you guys will come to my live show and participate, with me, help me build it, help me build the sound. Let's take it minor. Nah. Where my tempo at? Let's break it down some. It's too slow. Something like that. Yeah, little lag. Let's fix that. Or I could do it over, but it might be easier just to fix it on the screen. Where is that sound? Yo, look all nasty. Yep. Got a different angle this time. It's not necessarily straight, but it looks cool to me. If it's blurry, please forgive me. Gonna go to that's why I love this job wheel. Gonna do something like that. And probably add another kick. Something like that. Now, let me show you guys a trick that I do. Yeah, that's kind of loud. Bring that down. Definitely a lag. All right. Let's see if I can. Nah, I was gonna lower my buffer size inside of Maschine Studio, but I'm scared I might mess up something while I'm recording, while I'm doing this live show. So I'm just gonna keep it just the way it is and try to work through it. So this is the trick though. Now to get both of these kicks to trigger, what I do is go to, what is it? Pad mode. I'm gonna use this to be the master, but we're gonna put it in group 1. And this one is gonna be the slave. We'll select slave, put that also in group 1. Now I'm triggering both of them, as you can see. Cool. So 2, 3, 4. You know what? Somehow I erased everything. That's what I was doing. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Set my loop. Wait a second. Okay. All right. Some weird things going on right now, but we're gonna keep it going. Okay. Inside of I think it was battery. I was doing some cool stuff earlier. Was it battery? Guys, it don't matter what DAW you're using, if you have the Maschine Studio or not, if you have the Mark 1 or Mark 2 or the micro version, it really doesn't matter. You can do essentially the same stuff that I'm doing inside of here, inside of anything, or even if you just have an MPD 60 or MP60, whatever you call it, or the Renaissance, MPC Renaissance, or it doesn't matter. You know, whatever you use that suits your needs, that's what you use. You know what I'm saying? This is not to say that Machine Studio is better than what you do. This is just my preference, and I love what I do. Um, this is what I use. You know, I have a few people that visit my channels, and they have opinions about what works better, or what works best. Man, by all means, that's what's up. I'm glad you discovered what works for you. If you just have a Casio keyboard and that's all you have right now, and in the sequence music, that's what's up. Do your thing, but you know, don't knock me for what I'm doing. You know, this is just what I prefer to use, and I'm sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. I was looking for something, but uh, I'm gonna show you how to make a whack beat sound somewhat decent, cause I ain't feeling this at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's pan it. be too competitive. I mean, not competitive, but repetitive. It already is. It's only like 2 bars or 4 bars. You know, the problem I'm having right now is the latency issue is really bothering me. Everything has been delayed to the 50th power. And this is really bothering me. Um, yeah, this is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Uh, Today just happened to be one of them days. Why? Why? Oh my God. Wow. Hmm. Might want to change something. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. I can't really be effective showing you guys what I really want to show you guys. Man, this is crazy. Um, let's see if we have any questions. Oh, all right. This is, I guess this could potentially be the pickup of the show. All right. Haru says, "What up, Kay? What up?" My question is on pattern positioning in Machine Studio. Let's say you make a pattern and you don't want it to be on an infinite loop. You want it you want it to fade in and fade out on different parts of the track. How do I set that up inside a machine? That's a very interesting question. Um, Let me just read part of that question back to make sure I really understood. You make a pattern and you don't want it to be on an infinite loop. Um, you want it to fade in, you want it to fade out. I think it depends. See, now we get into like actually sampling. Um, you might okay, here's a couple of ways that I know how to do it. Um, First of all, you will create your loop and then you export that out and then start a new instance, a new session or whatever, and bring that back in and use that loop on a pad or something and put effects on that You can do it like that and add a fade, because you can actually automate stuff in Machine Studio. You hit the auto button on here, and depending on what parameters you have in front of you, you can actually automate those parameters right there. You can do like that, or you can set it up in a group, or you can do a pattern. Say you don't want to go through all that. I'm just saying that's just one aspect. Say you don't want to do all that, right? You can actually do a pattern. Say like group A. You can do whatever you're gonna do in the loop, and then you will have to go to. I don't know if I can show you this on my machine. Okay, I guess it look okay. But basically, in in the group, you can actually go to um, the plugin area on this group here. Okay, but you got to make sure that at the top where you are selected for plugin, you got to hit plugin, and you can select between the sound, which is individual sounds, or the group itself, right? So you make sure you click group, hit plugin, this button right here, then you click on the group tab, and then over here you pay attention. This is how you get to your different plugins. So at this point right now on this particular um group that I just created, my whack group, it's set for empty. There's nothing there. So I can actually go inside my browser and go to the effects. My drive is loading. Okay, I can go to my effects, right? And I can put whatever parameter, whatever plugin I want, and there's like a bunch of them. So like, um, you can actually narrow things down by selecting the category, not dynamic. It might be a dynamic, and you can select any of these here, a compressor or something like that. I'm trying to see if there's one for just gain. There should be one for just gain. It might be one for gain, but it don't necessarily say gain. But yeah, any one of these plugins, really any of them actually, all of them have the gain volume type thing going on, and you can actually automate that. You can automate that, bring it in as a plugin, and then it's gonna, okay, let's see if I can select one. Let's see what we got here. Um, Trying to pick something. Okay, I'll just pick this one here. This -6 dB. That's like a limiter. Just to show you. Oh, that's not a good idea because it only has. That's not a good plugin. Not to display what I'm trying to display. Okay, let's say one need compressor. Let's see what that is. So I'm looking for a volume. Let's see. Okay. Please don't pay attention to the bass. I just put it as whack, right? Okay, so basically this one has a volume. So I'm gonna show you this. Fade in, you can set it at 0, right? And then hit the automate. We're gonna hit the automate. All right, play it back. Voila. All right. I hope hope I answered your question in the most effective way. I'm gonna undo that there. Undo that. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next question. All right, Mr. Pat, I appreciate you coming out. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you, or the first time you're asking a question. Anyway, agree with your comments about it not metering about what. Okay, agree with your comments about it not mattering what you use. Please excuse me, I'm still dealing with this throat issue. Okay, let's start over. I'm sorry. Agree with your comments about it not mattering what you use, etc. In spite of that, I was wondering why you chose to use Logic. What is it that appealed to you specifically? Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. Actually, I chose Logic Pro because um, it was user friendly to me. Actually, it was hard at first because it was learning something new. I was let me grab some water so I can explain this to you to start a little bit. Let's see if that helps. Okay. All right. Cool. I had to get on the right key. All right. Basically, I started out in Pro Tools, right? And at that time, it was I believe it was Pro Tools 7.1.2, something like that. And when I got into Pro Tools, then it was just basic. It had basic EQ, basic compression, basic, time-based plugins and whatnot. So I would record my audio in there and mix whatever. And believe it or not, this keyboard was with me during that time. Um, I would do my tracking here. This is how I was doing my tracks at first, and I had the MPC. I had the MPC 2000, and I would link them up, meet them together, and bring everything in through Pro Tools. But the interface that I was using at the time only had two, so I had to do two at a time, and then that just took up a lot of time, dumping everything like that. And that's how I would work. There were no sounds inside of Pro Tools or anything like that. That's just how it was. But when I found out about Logic Pro, which was Logic Pro 8 at the time, it was 8.0 at that time, I found out that I can produce music, like there are sounds that come with it, and a bunch of plugins that would have cost me a lot more money to get inside of Pro Tools than it would. At the time when I bought Logic Pro, it was like, well, it was just coming down from $999. It was $1,000, and they just dropped it at like $499, and I bought it. And like, just the whole idea of doing everything in one program, man, you got me sold. So when I purchased it, I started learning it, and it was kind of hard at first because anything that's new, it takes time to you know learn it and get to know whatever or whatever. And that began to be my go-to. I was recording, I was doing music production in there, I was doing recording vocals in there, and mixing and mastering because Logic Pro came with mastering, like it came with mastering presets at your bus channel, your your main output channel. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. You know what I mean? And ever since then, I just stuck with it, and that just pretty much been my thing. And then they kept updating it, new things, new exciting thing. They came out with Flex. Now I can, like the whole idea of editing drums, flex time, and um, um, audio. What they call it? Stretching audio and different things like that. And to me, it was like Pro Tools wasn't doing much doing that stuff. It wasn't until Pro Tools 8.0 when they started releasing the sounds, because I guess they understood what competition they was up against. You know what I mean? And But by that time, you know, Logic Pro kind of made a name for itself, and then I started hearing more and more people, even like well-respected producers, studios and things like that, picking up a copy of Logic, and I'm like, yes, this is awesome. More and more people, so I'm not, the only one. I didn't want to seem like I was, but I guess it was cool because being different from everybody else is cool. But um, that's my whole story, pretty much. Sorry about the long, drawn out story, but that's just pretty much how it started for me. And even till now, I mean, I still have a copy of Pro Tools because I get projects in Pro Tools. But my go-to DAW right now is Logic Pro. And I would say right at Logic Pro 9, like right before they released the Logic Pro X, I was thinking about moving to another DAW, which was Studio One, because I heard so much good things about it, and I have a lot of buddies that have it, and I was in school at the time, and some of my instructors, will be teaching out of the Studio One, telling us how awesome it is, whatever. So I was getting ready to do that, and then Logic Pro X dropped, boom, in my face. I was getting ready to purchase Studio One, and then Logic X came. Did I get that? Absolutely. I got it on the first day. The first day I dropped that money with no problem. Got it, and it was like, man, this is what we've been waiting on. Like, why didn't they release this a long time ago? But that's pretty much what it is. But I've had the opportunity to um see my other producer friends work inside of dolls like Reason, FL, FL Studio, also what's another one? Cubase. I went to my local guitar center and saw that one in action, and I actually loved it. Like, wow, this is some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've seen um, Garage Band. That's a given. Some good stuff in there. Um, I can't name all the dolls, but I've seen several dolls over my years, or whatever. And I mean, I just always come back to Logic Pro because that's what I know. And whatever and whatever you start out with and grow with, that's kind of stick with that. You know what I mean? I talk about I talk a lot about um, Logic Pro because that's what I know. I grew on that. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you have to go get it. But if I make what I'm doing seem fun or exciting and easy, then by all means, go ahead and make that purchase and upgrade it, whatever. I don't have any problem with showing you how to navigate around Logic Pro because that's just who I am. I don't have a problem doing that. So if you decide to do that, that's cool. Um, but you don't have to. Um, I love Maschine Studio. Again, when I found this, it was hard at first, but when I got my mind wrapped around it, it became almost the essential centerpiece of my studio and what I do. So yeah, 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 yeah. I can rumble on and on and on about stuff I love and things like that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm actually try to get some work done here. But bring on the questions. I appreciate that. That was a great question. Great question. Awesome question. I'm just battling with this freaking delay. And my computer been on all day. I haven't had a chance to restart it either. So it's like, man, and it's probably acting like that because it know I ain't feeling that beat. Let's see. Now I'm hearing artificial sounds. Yeah, I'm gonna just move stuff around and see if that's not what I want to do. Check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna show you what I did earlier. Um, we're gonna just quit this one because I don't. They say save the beat because you never know if somebody else might like it or not. And I understand that. I definitely understand that. I do that. I save it, but this particular time I'm not gonna save it. I'm gonna show you guys something um inside of Maschine because this show is about Maschine. And it's supposed to be workflow. And I just showed y'all a terrible workflow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now I'm having people watching this video. And I gotta do something to redeem myself. I might delete this video. I don't know. This is crazy. But this is I'm gonna pull up something I did earlier. Slow. Yeah. I call it no, that's not it. No, this is something totally different. Let's see what it is. Oh, this is what I did. I just named it a name I forgot, but I named it. Okay, let's see if I can show you guys my screen. All right, now basically what I did was it was just a simple beat for a video that I created earlier today. I don't know if you had a chance to look at that, but this is what I did today. I have maybe the last one is like 10, well probably nine sounds, 8 sounds, and it's just looping four bars. So this is I started out with the pad sound, almost sound like an organ to me. Right? Then the second thing I did was um, add the kick next. Excuse me. I'm gonna pause there and show you exactly what I did because in the video that I did earlier, I did not show the machine, in detail like this. But for the snare, I went in and did something like this. This is what I did. First of all, this snare is a snare I use from I think it's the Maschine. I'm trying to see where I pulled it from. Anyway, this is called the snare stepper 3. All right. And what I did was I let's see, let's go to the parameters here. What I did was I turned the type on to AHD. Okay, we got it. And I put my takt at 54.8. It don't matter. But this is what it sounds like with the tack horn all the way to 0. Let me solo that. Right. That was a little bit too harsh for what I was trying to do. So I just moved the tack up to around 54, right? So now it's like almost like it's just maneuvering to the snare sound. It's not a harsh attack. Okay, that's what I did for that. Okay, so I got about 3 snare sounds in here, and this kind of giving me like a like a stereo reverb sound, you know, kind of sitting up underneath it. And it's really all about how you mix it in as well. So you can see here, I got this like 14 dB, and then the other snare is like a tape all, tape over, whatever it is. This is a negative 25.5 dB. And I left this snare right here at 0. Now on this one, there's a reverb, I believe, on this one, on the snare sound. No, it's like an echo. You know what? That's just how it came, I think. And all I did was tuned it higher. This is what it sounded like at 0. And I tuned it at 8. Brought it up like that. Now my hat, I have 2 reverbs on here because they're doing 2 different things. And I can actually bypass. This is what it sounds like without the reverbs. I mean, it sounds good dry, but I wanted to add some stank to it. So you turn this on. Yeah, this sound right here is giving me my melody, and then this is the bass, and this was in FM8. So really, most of them is coming out of Moed as far as sound wise. No, well, the bass, my melody, I don't even know what that is. It's coming out of FM8, and this is Absence right here, which is they got some awesome pads in there. Yeah. Now, if you listen, you hear that. Sometimes stuff like this, like Absence like this, or any pads or anything that has that sustained note, they tend to linger. And the way to stop it is shift mute. It just stops it. So that's a free nugget. I don't know if you guys knew that. But yeah, that's one of them artifacts that I don't know if it's an artifact because there's a way to fix it, I guess. Um, but when you stop it, it should stop. You know what I mean? All right, all right, all right. All right, guys. I would go further, but um, I'm approaching the hour mark. The hour mark. If you guys got any questions, you can feel free and ask them now. I am really disappointed um at what happened today, and I'm gonna let you guys know that I was not feeling what I did. Um, the the delay I wasn't feeling again. It could have just been the fact that I don't have my that I didn't reboot my computer, so that's probably what happened. And I'm doing things differently too, where I have myself mic'd up, and so you guys can hear me clearly. But obviously, that's not doing nothing. I'm gonna try something next week. I'm gonna try a different route next week and see how that goes. That should work better. All right. Okay. So if you guys don't have any questions, um, as always, visit the website. Continue. Well, actually, subscribe. That might be better. Subscribe to the website, and we ain't gotta keep you know visiting or whatever. And as new blogs hit the site, you guys can respond, comment. Yeah, y'all comment to the website. Let me know what y'all thinking about some of the stuff I'll be seeing. I'll be seeing a lot of stuff I don't. So, all right, y'all. Y'all be easy and stay tuned. Next week, same time, Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't know what time that is, your time, but I'm sure you guys will get that, you know, Central Standard Time, and just, look up on Google and just find what time it is, your time, if you Pacific time or Eastern Standard Time or uh I don't know, some other time zone or whatever. But till next time, I'll see y'all.